If you say anything about my hair, you anti-black. I don't feel like today is a good hair day because, okay, so for my black subscribers or just like people who are just interested, I guess. Basically, how my hair works is like I have to, like how I get my curls to be how they normally are is like I will section off my hair in probably like 6 sections. Like I like split it down the back, I split it up here, and then like I think I split it like down here. Anyway, so I do that. I do it with conditioner and then I put like oil on it. Like I have this little oil thingy. I don't know what you call that. I don't know what you call that little thing. Like you squeeze it. It's got like a little plastic thing. I don't know. Like there's usually, if I take it out of the bottle that it's in, like the oil bottle, it'll have some on the outside. And then I'll like take it like this and rub it on my hand. And then I'll like, put it on top of like the twist. So the first day it'd be like twist. The second day I'll undo all the twists and it'll be kind of damp. Like my hair will be kind of damp from all the conditioner that I put in it. The second day I'll undo all the twists and I'll put braids in those sections. So like I'll undo each twist and then put a braid. And then I'll undo another twist and I'll put a braid. And then I let that completely dry. And then usually by like day 3, that's when you get my hair looking how it normally looks. So what happened was we're actually on day 2. I did twist the other day, the day before yesterday. I took them out yesterday. Shouldn't have did that. I undid those twists because I had somewhere to go. And then, yeah, so now it's not like, I don't like when my hair is like this. Like, because it looks kind of dry and it just doesn't look how I really like. Speaking of hair, you know whose hair I really, really like? Like, I don't like the character that much, but love her hair. Olivia Cook, the actress Olivia Cook, love her hair. And if I have a crush on Olivia Cook, then what? Then what? Then what will you do?
Yara loves TV. Yes, I made a theme song so that I can talk about all my favorite shows. Oh, yeah. And this is just your disclaimer that this is not me talking about any of the actors themselves, but more so their characters. Please do not attack me in the comments. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, even those who disagree with me. But let's keep it friendly. All right, let's get started with the show.
Others are being kept there against their will.
Speaking of, I'm really, really glad that you guys were in the comments of the last video saying that you guys also hate the Apple White. I want to say that that's their last name, but I can't remember. You guys were saying that you guys hate that storyline too. I just hate it, and I think that's just what it is. Like, I just feel like it's very ableist. I just think in general, the conversations that we're having around this stuff is just very different. I think, obviously, I'm hoping, if they knew today if they knew back then what they know today, they probably would make some different choices.
Forget to take the pins out of that dress. Didn't I tell you I was more dangerous?
I like how none of those situations had anything to do with the other kids. It was all about her. I would have been taking that personally.
Any thoughts when you might be ending your visit?
I've been thinking about it a lot. Like, y'all heard me last episode.
Have I become a burden?
Yes.
Why don't we play it by ear?
Play it by ear? Baby, your flight is booked. Go ahead and pack your bag. Say goodbye to the children. Your bags are packed. Get out of here. You're irritating me. So Bree and Rex's mother, which I think last episode I called her Tom's mother-in-law, or maybe I made that the title of the video. We're gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Anyway, Rex's mother mentions to Bree that she's been talking to an insurance agent and they think that Rex was poisoned. And obviously she's just kind of doing that to cover her behind. She doesn't want Bree thinking that she just willingly called and gave up all this information or whatever. So, oh, were you at the store? Girl, please. If you have not had a chance, please check out the last video that was in this installment. We talked about episode 2. I'm beginning to feel like I should start putting like the thumbnail of the last video on the screen because I feel like y'all are missing it. Y'all are missing the last episode. It's like, I'll notice that sometimes it's like there'll be certain episodes, they just have more views on them, like significantly more, like a lot more. And then the next video will have less. And I'm like, I know some people keep commenting saying like, oh, my notifications didn't go off. So I'm like, should I like put the actual thumbnail so that you know whether you missed an episode or not? Or hopefully this is just enough to like make you go back to the last episode and you'll like see if you missed it or not. I don't know. I think I might be overcomplicating it. Okay.
Formal attire.
She looks like she could play a baby Brie. Elsa? Oops. Gabrielle goes to stalk John, basically, and he's not working for them anymore, but she's having fantasies about him.
Doesn't sound like they're having an orgy in there.
Obviously, they saw us coming.
Parker's having his first day of school. I'm assuming, I don't know what grade he's in. I'm not even gonna try. So he's having his first day of school, and instead of Lynette taking him, like I'm assuming she's done every year, Tom will be taking him instead, and obviously he's not happy about that. So Lynette tells him that she's gonna do her best and try to get out of work so that she can take him. Obviously, after going back through this and seeing the whole episode now, I know that it was not his first day of a different grade. It was his first day of kindergarten. So she's never taken him, and that's why it was so important.
Ma'am, I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to discuss this any further.
Please tell me that when she turned the corner, her bag's gonna be at the door. Period. Perfection. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Bree decides to kick Rex's mother out. Finally, I've been waiting for that for about, how many episodes has been so far? 3 episodes? Yep. Yeah, so she's gone, and she says as she's leaving that Bree wouldn't be trying to kick her out so fast if she didn't feel guilty about something. Obviously, that's a load of crap.
How could you forget our anniversary? You sit in a cell all day long staring at a calendar.
This is how I like my hair, okay? I mean, sort of, because, like, even this could be... Yeah, I was saying it this morning, like this could be a little bit better, but this is what my hair looks like when I actually don't feel like it looks like crap. Like that other mess, like I just looked at it. I went back and looked at where I left off, and I was like, why? Last thing I'm gonna say on this, but I really just like when my hair is like big and poofy. So like, yeah, this is pretty much like how I like it. Anything else, just trust that I probably wasn't that crazy about it. Julie has been spending a lot of time at Edie's house because Carl is obviously over there and he is seeing Edie. I think he's moved in at this point.
Oh, but I have got to get out of this house sometime.
So the Applewhites are doing their traditional tray and gun exchange where they bring this tray of food to the guy they're keeping in their basement, and they bring a gun, I guess, just in case he likes to get a little rowdy. Oh my god, it just dawned on me. I know it's gonna seem so obvious. Y'all are gonna be like, duh, Kiera. But it literally just dawned on me that in the last episode when she was getting that medication because he kept banging. And it was like to keep him asleep or like to sedate him because he kept banging, and obviously Susan was hearing it. That's what it was for. I guess I just thought that it was like in general, she just wanted to sedate him in general. I didn't really connect the dots that like that's the reason why she had to get the medicine. I don't know how that like went over my head. Anyway, soon as they're finna do their exchange, guy in the basement, who has not been identified yet, that's why I keep calling him guy in the basement, sprouts up and pretty much attacks them because, I mean, duh. Like, I don't understand how long they think they can keep him in the basement. And then these houses are not like super far apart. It's not like they just have all this land. Like, they're not far apart enough to the point where somebody's not going to hear something or they're not going to be caught. This is like a very stupid plan, in my opinion. Like, how long are you guys even intending to stay? Susan comes over asking Betty if she'll help her out with, like, I guess brushing up on her skills with piano because she wants to help Julie with the talent show. I think it's a talent show. It's supposed to be a talent show, and Edie is going to be involved. So she wants to be involved, but she hasn't played piano since she was in high school. I swear I'm watching the episode. It's just like what you guys saw earlier with the hair I didn't like. That was like 2 days ago. So, excuse me.
He really needs me to be there on his first day of kindergarten.
Kindergarten? Oh, girl, you better be there. Dang, I didn't know it was kindergarten. And then why is it like people... I just feel like you can have a child-free life. You cannot have a child-free world. Like, there are still other people that choose to have kids and they want to, like, I'm not saying that you should try to use your kids to get out of work all the time either, but I'm just saying, like, life is still happening outside of the workplace.
I'm sorry about your hair. I can see why you're upset.
John is a floozy? Dang. Gabrielle is sitting out in her car and she's watching John because she's obviously still fantasizing about him. And she looks and sees this older woman that he's working for, you know, come behind him and graze his back, which obviously is an indication that he needs to come inside and water her garden. Okay. Then Gabby's acting like she's finna get out of the car, and what are you finna do? Guys, remember when ponytails were in? Remember when we used to wear ponytails? I used to wear a ponytail. Had no business wearing one because I think the color didn't even match my natural hair color. Oh, God. Okay, moving on. And I'm just like, he's coming out of her house like this, and like, y'all supposed to be keeping it on the low?
Mr. Delfino.
Aww, I missed her.
I don't like to be negative, but you really should have killed him.
She ain't lying. Mike stops by Felicia Tillman's house to ask if she might know where Zach might be before he gets into any more trouble, obviously because he's Zach's dad and he's looking for him, mainly because of that. So Felicia Tillman is like, yeah, you really should have killed him because Paul is definitely going to come back to town looking for Zach, and when he does, who's to say that he won't try to off you because you tried to off him? And she's right.
Apparently, I'm a suspect.
Bree's at the dinner table and she tells the kids that she is a suspect in Rex's investigation about if he was murdered because it's believed that he was being poisoned. Andrew tells her that, yeah, I don't believe he killed him because it takes guts to kill someone. Bree, you are one of our strongest warriors. She invited Susan in her home. Betty invited Susan in her home so she could help her with lessons. You couldn't go to her house. You couldn't think of any other way to help her with this, or just be a good neighbor in general so that maybe they don't suspect you as anything. Inviting her into your home, risky, stupid.
He likes to play his hip-hop music loud.
His hip-hop music?
He saw us?
Yes.
You saw us like he wasn't literally in the doorway. You saw us like he wasn't literally, like, what about that was discreet?
Hell, she's old enough to be my mother. Joan?
But we broke.
In fact, what about this is discreet? Like, do y'all want the neighbors to know that y'all... Gabrielle and John finally in this thing. My thing is, I thought it was over. It seems like every time I think that they're done and I think that it's over, then there's like another part to this. So as of this moment, it seems like it's over between them.
No.
She said to me, no. They were like, is your name Bree Vandekamp? Yes. Did you kill your husband? No. No. What did it say? What did it say over there? What did it say? Oh, okay. The smile.
Do you know a man named George Williams?
Oh? Hell, like I said, I would have had that lawyer present.
Are you in love with Mr. Williams?
No.
They asked her if she's in love with George, and the thing started spiking up.
Why don't you ask me the question again?
Oh, snap. And the thing is, you brought your kids here. You brought the kids there, even though, can't remember Bree's son's name right now. But even though your son literally said he doesn't feel like you could have killed him because you don't have the guts, instead of just taking that on the chin, he was like, nah, I'm going to bring you up here. Bree, not a good move. Couldn't have been me.
Are you ready for your...
I like Susan's little outfit.
I want to talk to you.
What the heck? Why is he so outraged? And look at, wait, I didn't even peep. Look at her in the back. He didn't even really get the car to a full stop. Carl pulls up talking about why would you have Edie kicked out of the little performance? And he's hot. Dang. Edie must be throwing it back. I can.
Ouch.
Is it wrong that I kind of feel like he played the hell out of that? Why am I smiling?
Yeah, I'm gonna be right there. Now.
Oh, and this is why I don't like 9 to 5s. This is why I hate corporate America. I can't stand it. I'm just not built for that. I'm just not, like, I can't stand another adult talking to me like they own me. Just because they signed my paycheck or just because I'm working there. I cannot stand that. I wouldn't want to walk out so bad. Cause like, let's just be clear. This lady don't want her working there anyway. She didn't want to hire her for real. She don't really like her like that because she feel like she's a mom. And I don't understand what this vendetta, this like thing is against like people who have kids, women who choose to be mothers versus women that don't. And I don't think it's like every case is like that. I don't think all women are like that, but in a lot of cases it can be like that, where like you're a person who chooses to have children, then you run into somebody who like didn't want any kids or doesn't have any kids, and it's like this weird energy. Like sometimes it's almost like they act like they're better than the person that has chosen to have kids, and it's just weird. And I think it can definitely happen vice versa. Like, don't get me wrong, but I think this lady just don't like Lynette.
This coffee, you laughed at.
Oh, I just noticed that I think Tom is growing like some kind of beard or something.
Where are you going?
That too. Like, I don't like having to ask permission, like to leave or like to do what I need to do. Like, I get it, they're supposed to be having a meeting also. Like, they're supposed to be having a meeting. But it's just like, I hate that. I hate asking other adults for permission to do stuff. And I just want to know, like, I'm not judging, you know, because that's not the type of person I am. But I'm just saying, like, I just want to know why every time this lady, like, what is the vibe they're trying to give with her? Like, I don't understand it. It's like every time we see her, she's got something like this on. And I'm not judging, you know, wear whatever you want to wear, but it's just like, is it supposed to go with the character and the way that like what is it trying to say?
Okay. That's why I need you to take the polygraph too.
What?
It's the quickest way to prove.
I just know he started freaking out. Bree shows up to George's job and she's like, listen, you know, the police are starting to think that you and I were conspiring together to kill my husband. And obviously that isn't true. So just take a polygraph and then everything will be solved. And he's in his mind bricks. He's like, polygraph. He's losing it. Wait a flip. He's gonna go take the test because he's so desperate to be in a real relationship with Bree. And she basically was saying that once they put this whole mess behind them, then, you know, they can try to figure out where they stand in their relationship dynamic, whatever. And so I'm like, he's gonna go take the test? You idiot! Why would you go take that? Is the coloring on my screen weird, or do they both have on this like semi-purple pink lipstick? With the little strappy hanging up. To be fair, she wanted to go up there. Julie is singing. Edie is playing the piano because Susan felt bad and she was like, you know what, it really should be you up there. Obviously you came because you really care about Julie and Julie comes first, so blah, 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 blah. And so then anyway, so Edie's like, oh, I play piano. And so then she goes up there to the piano thing and she's playing the piano, but she's playing it terribly. Carl was like, oh, please, you know you are enjoying this. And then this was like, no, not at all. Gabby goes up to the prison to apologize to Carlos for cheating on him, like a real apology, not like, you know, making excuses or whatever. So she really apologizes. She's crying. It's great. It's so heartfelt. And then Carlos is like, that is the best apology you've ever given me. And Gabby says, no, I think the one that you gave me is pretty great too. Because he doesn't know that she got a new car with the money. So the episode ends there. George got away. George sat there. They were like, did you kill Rex? Did you try to poison Rex? He said no. And some kind of way it didn't jump. I'm like, I was expecting them to like show something under the table that he had going on, or like did he put himself on medication? How did he do that? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. But this was a good episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm so glad that Rex's mother is out of here. Like, she was driving me insane. Like, I just cannot stand women like that. But anyway, I think that wraps it up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and be sure to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Bye.